singing, we about to make a hit.
Calling all kings to the flow. I'm about my business, you know. Keep it 100. It's my faith in God that keeps me on the go. About my money, my love. What it needs to grow. I'm calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow. I'm about my business, you know. Keep it 100. It's my faith in God that keeps me on the go. About my money, my love. What it needs to grow.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Crown Kings podcast. I go by that boy Doty.
It's your boy Trail.
Tailor made on the ones and twos.
Whole rapper now. A lot of things change when you start podcasting, man. So,
like
of
it,
course, you know, this is a podcast and we're presented by Crown Alliance. And again, in case you've been under a rock and you haven't seen the first two episodes, which I guarantee or feel that you need to go see those, www.crownalliance.org.
Yeah.
YouTube. This is a safe place for men and perspectives on life, home, family, sex, kids, job, and everything under the tree.
Manhood.
Yeah. Mendham.
Mendham.
Oh, that's right. Mendham.
Yeah.
You won't believe this, but I did a post and found out that somebody's been using hashtag Mendham.
Well, you probably better get that copyright.
I'm finna sue. That's
We
what,
gotta fight.
yeah.
Oh, man. The
'Cause,
whole rest of the part gonna be paid for by Mendham.
Yeah. Wasn't nobody using that.
Check it out, baby.
Yeah. So, what we got on display today, boy?
So today we're gonna just vibe a little bit off of some of the questions that you guys submitted in the comment section. Some of you guys sent it out. So we're gonna tackle as many as we can on today. I'm fired up, man. Of course, I done had my coffee. Proud of my boy for turning my mic on today. That's,
I didn't think you was gonna bring that out on camera. But
you know what I'm saying? It's an insider. Boy had me screaming just because I'm from Grapeland. But anyway, we had
He told you that in privacy.
I did,
He told you that in privacy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have put that on the Mendham on the agenda. My bad.
I should have sent him a text. That's my fault. I should have said it
Well,
out loud.
if I'd have found out sooner, I'd have sent you a certified letter. But may God be with us on today. This came to us from a viewer, and I think it's actually a really good question, man. Before we read the question, listen, if you have not liked, if you have not shared, and if you have not subscribed,
And commented.
today is a good day
It is.
for you to do so, because this game will bless your life. You heard me?
Real.
Yeah.
And I also, again, want to put out a disclaimer. We ain't certified experts in nothing. This is our perspective. This is our life experiences that we've gone through, and we feel that we can talk about them on this platform.
I'm gonna tell you now, my life is like one screw short of falling apart. No, I'm kidding.
See what? Let us pray.
I'm joking right now.
Father, in the name. All right.
Man.
What a revelation today.
Nah, but it's true. We not experts, man. We not experts at this.
Oh, man. Everybody learning. So here we go, fellas. Y'all ready?
No. Actually,
ready?
I do have a question. How y'all been doing this week?
Man, ain't nobody asked me that
Before we get all of
Ain't
this
nobody asked me that
started,
today,
how y'all
man.
been doing this week?
Man, I'll let you go first, man, because I love you.
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad today is the weekend. I feel like, I don't know, man. Like it's 5 days no longer feel like 5 days. It feel like 7, 8 days nowadays. And I'm like,
true.
man, where is Friday at? Like I feel like Friday is like I ain't gonna never get here. And then when it got here, it was even more busy. But I'm doing good today.
Charge the game.
That's good.
Yeah.
Charge.
Got me some sleeps and
That boy say some
Hey,
snaps.
sleep is like so underrated right
Yeah.
now. Man.
I
Like
I don't know whether it's whether it's an age thing or what, but man,
Well,
that's
it's definitely that, man.
so.
But
But I'm
good
good,
stuff,
though,
man.
that's good.
Yeah, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. I'm always excited just to be in the room with you fellas, man. This week tried me. Lord knows it tried me. But the fact that I was looking forward to today and knowing that on this evening we got something special planned for the entire crew I'm excited, man. I just am. I think often that the challenges we face through the week, man, just makes us better. But I mean, I tell you, I can be honest. I can keep it 100. This has been one of the hardest, toughest weeks that I have had in a long time. But I lived, and I live to fight another day. You did?
So how about you, boy?
Talk about it, Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, my bad. Well, hold on. Taylor made
man. Nah,
Taylor made the rapper.
We rapping today, all right?
My bad.
Oh,
He ain't lying though. He do owe me something, and we gonna get it today. He been running for a long time, and we gonna get this done
They
today.
need to know all of that.
I'm not
I
tired
mean,
yet.
out there why I can't tell stuff. Like the people, we real. Like, we can't say we unscripted if we ain't gonna be unscripted.
All right, cool.
You didn't sign no
Nah,
waiver.
but I've been good, man. My week been good. Of course, just like y'all say, we go through those challenges.
Yeah.
But I didn't fall victim to those challenges. So actually, I made it to the weekend, as you said. You know,
Yeah.
get to spend a little time with my honey dip.
Yeah.
Yee.
So,
But nah, and get to spend time with the crew as well.
yeah.
We're gonna ask this question a little bit later too on the bigger scale. See how everybody been doing this week too. Check on everybody.
Yeah.
Not just your man friends out there, but check on everybody you love. You never know. The outlet you could have on somebody. Like maybe they just needed to talk to somebody and get that out. So check on somebody.
Impact.
I gotta get better with that, and I that's another story.
Yeah. I try to do that too.
He put that. He go. That might be on the next pod, right?
I be trying to check on. Men don't really have people who ask them how is their day doing or how is their week doing. So I try to get it out there to them too, especially to them.
We with you, man. You get no judge. Yeah. This is a no judge zone. We got you, though.
Yeah.
We know what you meant.
Yeah.
So check this out. Y'all ready?
Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it.
Y'all ready? All right. So this one came from a viewer who she actually had a few questions, but this one stood out because it had an asterisk next to it. So, as a married man, what advice would you give someone dating in today's world? As a married man, what advice would you give single men and even single women, I think, in this regard, that's looking to be married or on how to take advantage of this single life?
You want to go first?
No, I'll let you go first.
So, my advice would be, this is not for the faint of heart.
My God.
This is not for the selfish.
Get the organ.
This is not for the arrogant. This is not for the self-centered.
Ooh.
This is not for the boastful or super prideful type of person, and that's man or woman. Because all that stuff you literally have to, as the Bible say, release in order to come together with another person to make this thing called life work together. So, yeah.
You throwing out fighting words today.
Boy.
Man, I mean,
Hey, but he pronounced it so
some
effectively.
he asked me a question.
Effectively.
I don't want to lie to the people. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's
So,
good stuff, though. You keep going. Go
I mean, that's really it. Like, it was short and sweet. Like, all that stuff, you can't bring none of that into a marriage and expect the marriage to last.
Yeah.
Last over time, for that matter. Because obviously we all in relationships, like in the beginning, there's always that honeymoon phase and, oh, I love her so much, and oh, I want to hold, I want to be with her forever and ever and ever, and then you get to that forever part, like, you know what, I don't feel the same way I used to. I want to still be me.
Yeah.
And how can I still be me and then be with her?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then there's a conflict. So, like, all that stuff you used to do beforehand, you can't take that into a marriage. Because a marriage, in my opinion, is another tier in life. It's another level. So you can't behave the same in this level, in that level. You know what I mean? Things you used to, you just can't do.
Boy, you preaching, ain't you?
I'm just
That was
being
it.
honest.
Things I used to do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. Like that's You know, there's no way that it's gonna last. You know, for that matter. And God forbid both of you feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a recipe for disaster.
Wow.
Point blank. Period.
Well, you said a lot. That's some good. That's good
took
stuff.
up everything.
My bad. I thought y'all told me to speak.
No.
No. We did tell you to speak on it, but as for me, he took it to the not the extreme, but I say we got to look at the word dating.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a difference between dating and courtship. So, you know, in the dating...
Boy, y'all boys on fire today.
Everything about it.
I mean, in the dating world...
I love it.
It's you know, getting to know each other. And then when we get to that courtship, it's going a little bit deeper and taking it serious now. You know, so in the dating world, I say, man, get to know that person. Don't, you know, take it so fast to get into that courtship and then you find out something... And then you just like, oh man, I didn't wasted all this time. So that dating, you got to take that time to date that person and figure out this person before you get to that courtship. To where if you know, once you get to that courtship and you find out something, and it's like, oh man, I wasted my time. I find that out in the dating. So go through all of those steps of dating. Don't try to hurry up and get to that courtship because you feel in that moment. Yeah. You know, we starting to get to the moment stage, and you know, we be like, oh man, you know, just because she cooked me dinner this one time, this is wifey right here.
One time,
you know what I mean? This is wifey. I done got this dinner, you know. So we gotta get through those stages of dating. We gotta figure out. We really have to figure out. In that dating stage, is this person worth taking to the courtship stage? So,
right.
And even more so,
well, that's good.
In the dating phase, be intentional.
Be intentional.
If you know in your mind, and this is man, woman, whatever, if you know in your mind that you don't see that type of a future,
cut it off.
Let's stop wasting time.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting younger. People are dying every day. People, mainly of stress, but people leaving here off crap like that. If you know this is just a plaything, this is just a thing, we ain't, you know, I don't see myself with you for the long haul. Let's not waste her time. Let's not waste his time. Yeah. Let's call it what it is, and just move on. You know what I mean? Because now, especially people of a certain age, that's what they're thinking of. That's what they're wanting. I want to be married. I want to have a husband. I want to have a wife. I don't want to have just a girlfriend or sneaky link or whatever the case may be. I want that forever.
Sneaky
shit.
link. I
You know what I
found
mean?
out about that. That's why I said that word. Like, what is that exactly?
I found that out
I'm
on
old.
TikTok.
I guess
That
I'm.
was-
Oh,
I didn't know
TikTok told you.
I didn't know
Okay.
what it was.
I heard it in the song.
Sneaky link, what?
I'm old, man.
Now we been married. I wasn't paying no attention to it. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
That's crazy.
I did some research on it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use that because
I do like. Oh man, golly, man, so many things. Like that's a big question.
It is.
Yeah.
I think about one of my mentors. His name is Anthony O'Neill. Mostly he talk about finances, but he is at a point and in a place in his life now where he's looking for a wife or he's hoping to start a family soon or whatever. And one of the things that he says that really touched me, he said, man, I need to be mindful and take advantage of my single season. He also said to be intentional. So, you know, he was writing the same line. One of the reasons why I think that intentionality is important, and we talk about this in different things, is that if we're dating on purpose, it ain't a lot of time to waste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're asking the right questions, you know, if we've been keeping it 100, because I gotta let y'all in on a secret. When you do get married, when you wake up in the morning, sometimes they ain't gonna look like they looked in the club. When you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and that's male and female. You know, I have a fresh fade when I met you, but I've been working 2 weeks straight. I may not go get a fade. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize that we sharing a bathroom now. You know what I mean? I may be accustomed to putting a towel on the rack. You may be accustomed to leaving one on the floor. These things really happen. You know what I mean? I have my seasonings in in the cabinet in a certain way, and you just like see you put the eggs over here, but man, you just never know. And that's male and female. The way we organize our lives may be different, but you find that out in that period of time in your dating season. You learn how to communicate. You learn what it means. What compromises are you willing to make, even in the dating scene? You know what I mean? I may not be a meat eater. I may be a vegetarian. I love to eat Sunday dinner at my mama's house. I may not want to kick it with your mom. We don't know until down the road. You know what I'm saying?
It's the layers.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the layers.
Because marriage really is, and this is the truth, man. This is a commitment. It is a commitment. You are committing to the good days. You committing to the bad days. You committing to sickness. You committing to, and when the health is failing, you committing to
Everything.
I mean, it's a lot that come with it. None of that's bad.
No.
And I think what gets misconstrued is that a lot of people will see, and they go to weddings and they see, oh man, we're dancing, we're drinking, and all the families together. Oh my God, lions and tigers and bears. But it's so crazy that
honeymoon
when that part is over and the bills come and the kids come and the in-laws return to outlaws and all these different things, you work too many hours, you don't work enough hours, this how much money you making, the light bill, it's a lot. Now, I don't want everybody to think, oh, he's talking all the bad stuff. But it's reality that these things need to be discussed. What makes you tick? What is something that Mark talked about last time? What's your love language? Yeah. Do you even know what your love language is? Yeah. You know what I mean? The other part about the communication piece that I'm still learning is that I'm not psychic.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
So if you don't tell me,
I don't know.
That gets on my nerves. That makes me happy. I really love it when you do this. I hate it when you do that. Those are things that if you let them fester, will now go from this little bitty flea to this big old elephant because it was never dealt with. So in taking advantage of your single season, in the courtship, in the dating stages, ask the right questions. Be 100 with that person, male or female. These are things that I just cannot do. Yeah. And nobody's perfect, so you have to understand. I know I've met so many people that's like, I have this long checklist. They got to make this much money. They got to be this tall. His mom and them got to be in another state. And, if he ain't making six figures, I don't cook. Now, wait a minute.
Which is just...
What is going on here?
That makes absolutely no sense. Like, how you got a whole pamphlet of things that you want.
Yeah.
That person is, unless he's made in a factory somewhere, you ain't gonna never get him. You're gonna be single forever. I'm sorry. Like, nobody's that cookie cutter. You gonna get everything you want? Everything? No, that's impossible.
People make mistakes in any relationship. Yeah. So if you think you're gonna find a perfect person that's gonna do everything that's on your checklist, then just stop.
Yeah.
Quit.
I mean, there's billionaires getting divorced every single day.
Exactly.
So, that whole, it got to make this much money. Yeah, let's. Yeah. They still get divorced too. Yeah, they human too.
Even more so, you have some of them that are making the money don't want you because you ain't got no money.
You ain't got none.
You know what I mean?
That part.
So it's like this.
And even that done changed. I mean, the narrative changed in that regard because there's a lot of women that's making the six figures and the millions and then you like, well, I'm having a hard time finding a man because he's intimidated by my money, by my successes, and because we're looking at the outside and not really focusing on the inner man or the real true person, the heart, the mindset. How can we build? So what, you make $1 million? You know what I mean? What can we do together?
Yeah, exactly.
How can we make this a better place as a team, as a unit?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And even more so, like when you think about that, and I don't know, I feel like it could be both ways, but when you have a situation to where the woman is making so much more, it's almost like at that point, versus it being companion to companion, it's like mother to child. I feel like you're almost kind of any and everything you do
Let me go.
Yeah, like it has to be above and beyond because technically I'm here and you're not matching me. So it's like, I don't want to say you're insignificant, but you're kind of insignificant because I can do exactly. I can clearly do this on my own. Yeah. You literally just here for the thing. That's technically because you ain't making no money.
Right.
I'm bringing in all the bread. You know? I'm bringing in the eggs, the bacon, the sausage, the grits. I'm doing everything.
Right.
Your little check may cover the water bill, light bill, whatever, but you ain't really doing that.
Yeah.
So I can almost belittle you at every particular situation because of the money aspect of it.
Right.
It don't have to mean anything else, you know. So I think that too. Which I guess it could happen the opposite way as well, but I think just in society, people look at it differently. If the man makes more than the wife, that's kind of how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like it ain't supposed to be she up here, you down here, and you ain't trying to get there. You know what I mean? Like you kind of just you're comfortable where you are, you don't want to go there, but then it's like, you know.
I think to that level, society has played their role so long.
Exactly.
Now that it's switching, the roles are reversed, the women got all the power, and now it's like, I see what they've been doing all this time.
It's uncomfortable.
And it's becoming real uncomfortable for some men, and it's like, I mean, but that all plays back in how confident in yourself. I mean, I don't care if you're making all that money.
Yeah.
I'm still a man.
But I think too, man, that if it's so much emphasis on it. Now granted, you do need money to live.
Yeah,
I mean, we not none of us are naive to that. But again, it's that communication. Is this something that really makes you uncomfortable? If you have set this out in the beginning, because to Mark's point, if I'm dating, I may not know that you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
I spotted you at the restaurant, the club, at work, wherever I met you.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
I didn't see your finances.
You.
Yeah.
You. I just want to know you. Yeah. You know what I mean? If it just so happened that, you know, we evolved to something special, obviously. But the other thing, as married, is that we are together. So if you're a millionaire and I'm a thousandaire,
we're a $1,000,000.
you better copyright that too, right? $1,000,000.
Well, you don't know but some words on there.
We put some stuff together, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's where a lot of things get misconstrued. But I think if we go back to the basics, the answer to that question is that you have to communicate often.
Yeah.
If there is really something that you feel like is a foundation of a long-term relationship, put it on the table. Yeah. Give he or she the opportunity to decide if that's something that they can do, something that they want to do, or something that they're willing to work towards. That way, neither of you will be wasting your time.
Yeah, that is the key.
All right. So with that being said, there is another question that, or it leads into that question.
Yeah.
Is all hearts and mind clear? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Just have your stuff together before you get married.
Okay. And hopefully that answered your question. Thank you for that, because, you know, hopefully it'll help somebody. The next one is, what are some misconceptions, stereotypes about marriage that we can address or challenge in the early stages? And then they put also in the black community or for black men. Ooh. So that's a double-headed sword. But let's go.
I feel like I didn't hear the question.
Well, let me try it again.
Yeah.
What are some misconceptions or stereotypes about marriage that we can address, or some challenges that we can address in the single season, but also in the black community?
Okay. So I feel like first and foremost, yes, we can speak to the black community, but I feel like marriage is not just black people.
There you go.
So we kind of definitely have to expand that and just kind of just do people, period. Stereotype or misconception, I feel like probably the biggest one is that once you're married, it's going to be roses and rainbows every day. There won't be any more strife. Matter of fact, there won't be any more temptations. Nobody that you
just happy all the time
see that's attractive, vice versa.
none of that's gonna be like everything. Like you and your mate are in a bubble because you're married, and nobody can infiltrate. Nobody can look inside your bubble.
If there was some fairy dust like that, I need that
Man,
fairy dust.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now.
I would bootleg it. That's just me.
That whole it's all roses.
Ain't none.
After I do,
Yeah.
hey, it's sometimes I might not wait. I mean, I might wake up and I might not just like you because of what you did the other day. Like that is one of the probably one of the biggest stereotypes about marriage is really that is roses. But nah, man, like you still a human being. That person's still a human being. They still got stuff to unpack too on a daily basis that they encounter. Yep. And it might come home. It might, overstep that threshold of your front door, and now it's in your household, and you got to deal with it.
Exactly.
Because you when you marry somebody, you feel the energy.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't tiptoe around it.
Right.
Go and ask, how was your day? If it was something that I could do to fix it, let's work on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that roses, nah.
Well, I think too, because some people, especially now that we got social media. I mean, you see people taking trips. You see people at all these different events, and from the outside looking in, you like, man, they're so happy.
Couple goals.
Oh my God, 2023, unscripted.
Next week you hear this couple getting divorced.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, they ain't counting. But
what was going on in that?
And that's what's crazy is, I think, and that's another significance to the Crown Alliance and even to the King podcast, is because you want to keep it real and you want it to be relevant. Is the fact that just because we had a disagreement does not mean that our marriage is over.
Yeah.
However, the misconception comes from that, like you say, everything because of marriage, you have to do this, do that. We came together as one, yes, but as two individuals coming together as one. Not only is it we coming from two worlds, there's a male perspective and there's a female perspective. And males and females
are not the same.
We are not the same. If y'all don't know that by now, we not the same. Some of us have some characteristics, but you know what I'm saying. Hopefully y'all, I hope I don't hurt nobody's feelings. No call to me. Hello, how you doing? This Tristan. Wait a minute. That might be different. But my point is that from the outside looking in, some people will portray to be something that they're not. And behind closed doors, things could be going on, or there could be, some disagreements that you may not be aware of. Not to say that you need to welcome everybody in your house and in your business, but the one thing that I'm careful to or mindful of is that just as I can show you the good things. Now, again, I'm not going to just put my business on straight street, but I can say, like you say, everything ain't always good. It's some days that I know I love you. I made a commitment to love you, to cherish you, to take care of you, to provide, protect. I made that covenant with God in front of everybody. And then nobody say nothing when the pastor says, speak now, forever hold your peace. Because if you didn't say nothing in 2006 and don't come in 2023, be quiet. Okay?
Nobody said.
But there are some things that go on in marriages that sometimes take some work. Not sometimes, all the time. It's going to take some work for you to get through it. So my thing, at least in my household, is my prayer is always that the good outweigh the bad.
Exactly. I feel like that statement alone is the reason for the longevity.
Right.
Is that you provide more good than bad. Bad is supposed to come because the bad is what makes you grow. It's
makes
what
you
makes
strong,
you better.
right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're in the gym, what is the phrase? No pain, no gain.
No pain,
How
no
can
gain.
you gain if you ain't never been in pain?
I'm telling you.
And
Resistance.
That's a life
Yeah.
lesson. That's not just a gym metaphor.
Well, how can you teach something that you ain't experienced anyway?
Exactly.
True.
You know what I mean?
Learning process.
It's a learning process.
And I think that may be another misconception is that when you become married, you know everything married entailed.
No.
Like literally, there's a pamphlet, there's a book that you get that the pastor gives you when you say I do, okay, here's your book. Make sure you read it. Everything will be good.
Everything.
You know,
that's not true.
I have yet to receive the book.
He gave you a pamphlet.
I didn't take it, though. That wasn't me. I never showed up to any of them classes. But, so I feel like that's definitely a thing too. People think that it's, yeah, like it's not all rainbows and ice cream.
It's hard work. Now, this did come up, man, and I guess it's the King podcast. This did come up. We were just talking about finances just a moment ago.
Okay.
It came up in the comments, and it has also come up in a previous conversation I had with a group of men, is that women feel like that in this season, there are not a lot of men looking to be married, or that they cannot commit to a woman that has goals, ambition, drive, because they feel like it's a struggle, or butt heads or whatever. So is that also a stereotype? Is that also a misconception? Or is there some truth to it? And if it is, how do we tackle that?
I feel like it's definitely some truth to it, but I think the difference in that is, for those that feel that way, are immature anyway. And I feel like that's another thing too.
This podcast might get us in trouble today.
If you're, maturity is, it is a thing. You know what I mean? As the Bible says, when I was a child, I thought, I moved, I did as a child, but when I grew up, whatever the thing, and now you're a grown man and you're doing stuff as a grown person, something like that. I don't know the Bible verse, but that is also a true statement.
That's good. That's you own
I feel like for anyone to think or feel or that be the reason why you don't want to do it is because, like, maturity wise, you're not there. And not to say that you won't ever get there, but maybe that particular person, because they're on theirs and you're, I guess, in your lazy phase, so to speak, you're not willing to, bust down and get what you need to be equally yoked. So you just, I would say to that person, then you need to fall back and just stay in the kiddie pool.
Stay in the kiddie pool.
Yeah, stay in the 2 feet. Don't come to the 6 and 8 feet with that mentality, because
you ain't ready for it.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a tough thing, Mark. What in that regard, in this, I guess, what is this generation? Well, I don't even know what
Gen
they call
X, Z plus. I don't know.
Z.
Well, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's generation.
I done got old. I don't know.
You know.
But in this regard, do you think that it's the fact that they don't see enough positive relationships, or is it the fact that they are doing this whole speed dating or the Instagram mentality, or the, you know what I mean, or is it just the fact that the list is too long?
The list is too long. I mean, internet has messed up a lot. You got access to somebody. You live in Texas, but you got access to somebody in California, or let's go even across the seas.
Dubai.
You got people, So I think, the internet has messed that up, and to have such a larger dating pool now, and then you got men and women that'll do just about anything for, the gram.
That part.
So
I feel like that's just,
let me take a sip.
Yeah, and that's
so,
I don't know. Like, I feel like that's kind of the wave, as they say.
It is the new wave.
If it's not something that'll get you likes, like, why do it? You know what I mean?
That, and the fact that, if we get back to the question, a woman that comes and says, I need this, this, and this, well, let me just get on the gram real quick and go find somebody that ain't got those standards.
Which is that maturity thing.
That's
true.
What
I mean?
So I ain't got to deal with it no more. And,
right.
In this day and age, men don't have to deal with that no more. So why do I have to put up that fight to deal with it? If this is what she wants, well, she ain't getting it out of me. Let me go find somebody that's less.
Which is the main thing in the maturity thing. Because obviously, if she's that far ahead of you, this is your opportunity to grow as a man.
It is.
This is an opportunity to put in to fill your tool belt
And for whatever reason, may not for her, but you can be just that much of a better person for the next person.
Right.
So again, I think it is a maturity thing. Like if obviously you can go on the gram and get anybody you want.
Yep.
Find anybody that'll do anything for anything, but somebody that's standing for something,
that part,
and you can see it, and choose not to want to step up to the plate as a man, like just stay where you at. Like,
don't even go for it. Boy, she might be beautiful, and but man, beauty is only skin deep. That's what they say. There's more to just
You need a foundation.
You need that foundation. If this is what she's standing on, I need you to do this, and this. If you can't meet that, do not go after her because you're gonna mess her up.
Exactly. And even more so, a new phrase: save that shot for the thoughts.
This boy.
Blank period. That's literally what it is.
This guy.
You know you ain't there, but you know in Thotland over here, you can have plentiful and you can still be in your mature phase. Nobody cares about, the long game.
Yeah.
Just, hey man, just play here.
Well, you had to have a foundation, but I think that too comes with taking inventory of yourself because if I can't ask for something I ain't willing to give.
Exactly.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Now, truth be told, both sides have to put their time in, put the effort in. Because at the end, we talked about levels, we talked about percentages the last time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on 20, sometimes you on 80, but whatever the case may be. But even in pursuing that person, you got to keep it 100 with yourself, man.
Like something that I'm willing to do.
You got to.
Can I do it?
Because you set yourself up. You talking about ruining her.
Yeah.
If you cannot meet that standard, and you are not mature, and you are really not about that life, you ruin you. You know what I'm saying? God forbid you had a kid outside this. Yeah. Now I got to show you. Well, what you gonna show me, Dad? Well, see, let me go to Instagram. Hit that burning back. It ain't gonna work, man. So the misconceptions is, again, talking about from finances to beauty to his height to this, that, and the other. You have to find that person, and I say find, but be mindful, and in choosing someone who has room to grow, because we all do. But also, you have to find someone that is willing to grow in the same garden that you want to grow in yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? So, it's all hearts and mind clear.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all have made me happy today. He said not really. Not really.
Yeah, all hearts and minds are clear.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm loving this because this is kind of all falling together now. This is unscripted. So, here it is. The next question is it true? Oh, God, I love it. Is it true you are not the father? Is it true that once a man shows vulnerability to a woman and does not feel that she listens, he will never, ever open up again? Or is this no longer, does he just feel that this is no longer a safe place for him?
Yes and yes.
We
can go to the next question. Yep.
Yes and yes.
What I cannot do, what I will not do, if I give you me wholly, and maybe that giving you me wholly is, I don't want to say timid and shy, but at least more soft and gentle and, super attentive, whatever the case may be, and you essentially shit on that. You don't appreciate that. You don't help to nurture that so that it grows and not, declines or, depletes. Yeah.
Toughness comes out.
Yeah. I'm not gonna continue to put my heart in front of me and you're gonna continue to swing on it. Like that that does me no good.
And not even just swing, you don't even pay no mind to it. It's like, all right.
Almost like that's what you're supposed to be doing. But it's like, I'm really trying to give you the whole me, but you essentially kind of feel like I owe you that versus me willingly giving it. So I'm just going to take it all back.
I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna regroup as a man, and now I'm him. Him is me. This is who you got.
That boy said,
I still have some of those characteristics, but they're a little bit more callous now because you couldn't take the softer side of me.
Yeah.
You couldn't appreciate it. So that's okay. We're gonna add a little bit of Brillo pad on it.
That's tough.
And we're gonna come back.
Don't come back to it and say, "Well, I need this guy." No,
Too late.
No,
Too late.
He went on.
We say, who is he?
Yeah.
He went on up yonder.
I think too, man. Like, and this could be. I guess this could go both ways. But really, after you been with somebody for X amount of time,
Yeah.
and I've changed, not because you forced me to, but I've changed my behavior in order to make this a better place for us.
Yeah.
Sometimes because you asked, sometimes because I felt that I was a little too rugged.
Yeah.
And other times just because this is you, my queen, this is our castle, I should be able to let my hair down, which I got a bald fade. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if I do, and 2 months down the line, something happened
You bring it up.
that you just had to take a jab at that person, at that season, at that time of my life, that I opened up to you and said, this was, and 9 times out of 10, a man that opened up, it took him some tough consideration to say, I just,
been in his mind a whole
know
lot
what
of
I'm saying?
You know, with pros and cons. Like it's,
Okay.
Open up.
yeah,
Should
okay,
I lay this down on the table? Here it is.
yeah,
And for you to just
yeah.
come and punch me in the gut,
You said
just like that?
you said you couldn't do it. Remember you just,
Oh,
okay, that's fine.
well, I
So
came to you.
Now I'm never gonna do
you
it.
won this one.
And once
I'm
you break
just
it up
gonna,
again,
you know,
remember
Right.
what you said when you said I couldn't do it. So
That
I'm like,
part.
okay, bet.
It's a tough place to be, man, because it, even for us creating a space for men, when you, it's certain things that I want to be able to go to my significant other for.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, ladies, it's not that we coming to you to complain. It's not that we coming to you because we are afraid. We're coming to you because sometimes for me, I just need to get off my chest. Yeah. I'm already processing the fact that, shoot, I'm going to get the victory, but I have to go back in the locker room and figure out how I'm going to get the victory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with you being my helpmate, my teammate, my love, my ride or die, your boo, whatever you call them, I should be able to come to you. And sometimes, just like y'all tell us, you ain't got to give me no response.
no.
Just let me know that you heard me.
Yeah.
That alone will give me the firepower. I shoot. You know what?
Yeah.
I came home. She said, baby, maybe rub my head or something else. Shoot, everything gonna be all right. You know what? It sure will.
Sure is.
I'll be right back.
Sometimes it's all you.
Firepower.
I'll be right back. You know what I mean? And not only that, I think I've talked to men that say that they don't open up because of fear of rejection.
Yeah.
I've heard men say they don't open up because men, believe it or not, have some insecurities within themselves
Boy.
that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Y'all come in, but I got 2 inches on my stomach today. Girl, I love you.
Yeah.
You just saying that because you my wife.
I like all of it.
You know what I mean?
Just,
But men have the same issue. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? They don't come out the same way.
no.
But I mean, what man want to admit, man? I failed you today.
Yeah.
I went out to get this job, or I went to do this. I know I told you we was gonna be able to do this. I was hoping we could go on this trip, but the light bill due, and I didn't put enough money back over here, or whatever the case may be. No man want to do that, man. You know what I mean?
Not on purpose, for sure.
You know, my job, my hope is that we're securing a foundation, and I'm just being real. We've gotten to a better place, but in the beginning, which I probably should have did my wedding different. I saw some weddings there where they were passing out money. Y'all brought me tiles, irons, and all this kind of stuff. But in the beginning,
Hey, I be looking at those too.
you know what I'm saying?
Look,
We didn't find that out till after the fact.
You know,
We need to redo ours.
I think we need to redo it.
Yeah, you with your money in the way. You go in debt.
I don't want any of that. I want money showered on me.
There you go. Don't let the flow.
You know, I'm just gonna stand in the middle of the floor on the what do you call it, vow renewal? I'm just gonna stand in the middle of the floor. I want y'all to just throw money.
Tell you,
right?
shower me, make it rain. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna stand in the tubs and go in the tubs. So you don't try to get the money back.
Yeah, I want you to put your foot on it and slide it back. No.
But
I
that's
look you dead in the eye. I ain't doing that. Anybody doing that?
But there's strength in that, man. And again, it's a two-way street. But we talking about mendom. It's a two-way street, man. A lot of times, men want to just let go in order to get that release.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of women like, you just the only release the man need is sex. No. We're talking about a mental release from the world, from the fights that we have on a daily basis, the things that we endure. Not saying that you don't endure nothing, because I can just read the comments right now. Oh, what y'all think we don't endure?
Hey, I was just about to say that.
It ain't all about
we
you.
We have to rephrase it. Yes, we know, ladies, y'all do go through things, but y'all got girlfriends y'all can talk to. Men have, I mean, if we on that topic, it don't even be like you can't open up to your significant other. Sometimes you don't have the friends that you can open up to on that level too. So just think about, I can't talk to my significant other about it. I ain't got no friends to talk to about it. Yes, we know we should change friends if we don't have them, but just think of all of that harboring up in a man.
Yeah.
And then he can't release that. Like
just get in the car and talk to yourself. Because sometimes I feel like that alone, just to get it out. I think it's less about saying it to a particular person, but sometimes being able to verbally say a thing can help you release it. You know what I mean? Like I would be the first person. I talk to myself a heap of times, a lot. And
go to the doctor for that?
No, because
do you answer?
I don't answer. Well, I guess depending on what it is, I may answer. But I talk to myself not more so just to get it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if it's down to what I got done or doing for the day, I can say it out loud, and it allows me, for whatever reason, it gives me that umption to say, okay, I know what's before me. Let's start to knock those out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like, just sometimes just getting it out. Put it in the atmosphere of how you feel. Yeah. Not saying that, it'll reach that person, because obviously they may not be around or know nothing about it, but just to get it out, I feel like helps. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to hold it in. I put it that way.
That's it.
Well,
just like y'all want us to be good listeners, I mean, we kind of need that too. Yeah. Man, and again, you are put into our life. God blessed us with you guys to be the helpmate. The helpmate listens and provide feedback when this. And as a man, you men that's watching, if she give you the feedback, you can't be no punk. Now you just gonna have to receive it, line it out, because most times, I can't believe I'm saying this.
You finna say it though.
Can I say it?
I guess you already.
Can I say it?
It's already out there now.
Okay, let me put it like this. Let me put it like this.
I want the raw.
This is raw.
Okay,
but let me say it this way. A lot of times, she right. I know. I said a lot.
I didn't think you were gonna say that.
I didn't say all. Don't let it hurt. But a lot of times, in certain situations, especially when you're talking about somebody who's helping you build, she's gonna be right
because she has another perspective.
There you go.
She.
But I'm sure somebody's household tonight gonna be. Trev said we was right.
No.
It is hard to admit that at times, but I think even that is a maturity thing. Yeah. Sometimes you have to give credit where credit is due.
He gave it to us for a reason.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I feel like for real. We even more so having that free will to say, "Hey, you're right," versus withholding and saying, "No, there's another way. That you ain't right." You know
that can't be.
Yeah. No.
Who told you that?
You just talking. You making assumptions.
Love and hip hop. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean that's as
whoa, come back. See.
Yep. It's all real here, baby.
Mama.
All real here.
All right,
That
fellas.
was real good, though.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. That was some good stuff, man. You know.
That's crazy. Well, Mark, you put this in. This is it's so crazy. All this stuff. This is just us talking, right?
Yeah.
But it came out, and I heard you, and I know we got to go. But let me say this because I feel like it's important. And while we're on the topic, we might well get it out. Brotherhood can be a powerful source of support and camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
How have your friendships and your bonds with men contributed to your growth and your happiness? Ooh.
You want me to go first?
To your growth and your happiness.
You want me to go first?
Don't answer too fast. Just breathe right quick. Let's have a moment of silence.
Wusa Namyo Horenge.
I said silence. Now let's go, baby.
Of course, finding the right brotherhood, that's the first thing. Because, if you are a married man,
Don't tell it. Say it.
having some single brothers in your brotherhood, and that's all you hang around with, you ain't doing it right because they in another lane.
Literally.
It's cool to have some or talk to them, but if you looking to have a brotherhood of married men that help you grow, that's something totally different because y'all going through the same things.
Exactly.
Y'all are going through the same things, and and it's good to talk to a married man because we all learning, like we said earlier, there's no booklet.
Yeah.
Something that worked in your household or with your significant other, I could take bits and pieces of that and try to make it work for me.
Chop it up, remix. Yeah.
What's good for you might not be good for me, but let me try to put a twist on that.
Exactly.
So finding that brotherhood is always a good thing, and don't let it just be any other brotherhood. Like there's some of them out there that just be talking, but nah, you got to find the right one. So find your brotherhood of married men. If you're going down that married, road. Exactly. Don't find somebody that's, just want to be with this one and go to the next one. Nah.
Run.
Look for somebody that's, as Nim said, that's on the marathon.
Exactly. And I think even more so, we also have to kind of recognize and realize that the devil is real.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
The devil is real. Temptation is real.
It's real.
So, again, to your point, if you're hanging with single people that are doing single things, you're married. You know you're married. Everybody else know you're married.
They know.
Yet,
they know.
Paul, John, James, Tyrone, all them single.
Well, Paul was in the Bible, but Tyrone, that was married, Erykah Badu.
Yeah. Well, he's single.
He's single.
Yeah. She don't want it, So,
I'll just
it's always a good thing to surround yourself with like-minded people. People that are, again, in the long game. People that are in the trenches, so to speak. So, even if it's a point of different perspectives or different ways of handling things, they can relate.
Yeah.
You have actual things to talk about. Things that we talk about us as a brotherhood, I can't talk to a single person about.
No, not at all.
Because it'll go over their head. They don't have the book.
Yep.
We got the book.
That pamphlet.
Yeah. So
we're going to make one, by the way.
It is literally, I would say, almost like a secret society that not everybody can join. Not everybody has access and membership to. And it is something that we have to hold near and dear because, again, things happen. Nobody's perfect, but it's that one thing to where if you see me as your brother kind of,
slipping,
doing something suspect that ain't quite in the book, so to speak, you can come to me. Hey, brother.
That ain't it.
Hey, brother, your skirt showing. Don't, come on.
Yeah.
You know better than this,
Yeah.
And I feel like that alone, because you can't get that from a single person.
No, you can't.
Because I guarantee they're going to push you towards it.
They're going to be like, go get it.
Yeah, they'll bring it straight to you.
Let me tell you what I would do.
Yeah, she ain't got to know. And it's like, but I know, not to mention God knows, to which I told him I wasn't going to do this no more. I wasn't doing this. So it is always a good thing to surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Period.
Somebody's going to hold you accountable.
Exactly.
For sure. You know what I mean? I think
We don't need yes men.
twofold. Now, there is some things that obviously you're not going to reveal to somebody that's single. Now, there is some. We talking about brotherhood. There is some value in having some of those friends because, and I say this because from a married perspective, yes, we have guidelines, we have commitments, we made a covenant.
Yeah.
But there are some single men that are not married yet that have standards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
and then again, I wasn't meaning all single.
That's the caveat.
Right.
If you do have that single friend that's looking for that, it's cool to have him.
Right.
Those are the ones that want to hear it.
Right.
Like-minded people. Don't. If you see this one is hooking up with everybody and you hanging out with him 24/7.
Right.
Nah, that ain't the brotherhood that you need to be aligning yourself with. It's cool to have that friend, you know.
Yeah.
But not just on that level because, like you said, temptation is still out there.
Exactly.
And those temptations do like married men.
I feel like that's also, I think, a misconception. I think that, and this is men or women, when you're married, nobody outside of your marriage wants you. Nobody outside your marriage thinks you're attractive. Nobody outside your marriage is not trying to ruin or disrupt your marriage.
Yeah.
That is a huge misconception. I almost feel like,
we talk about that.
You know, once you say I do, the devil like, okay, bet. Let me go and line my stuff up.
Let me see.
We finna start throwing darts day one.
Oh yeah.
You know,
we gonna see.
We're gonna break this up immediately. Let's get to it.
That question was asked to me not long ago, man, and it was about another married man. It was a married woman that asked, and she said, man, your wife is beautiful, and do you ever be concerned? I said, no, it actually is. It's kind of a turn on because what person wants somebody? What? Now I got to be secure with myself. Now trust me, you can't go up and just start touching on us.
I'm about to say,
but
you was going, my bro, if I see that head slide down your back,
your head coming off.
The fact that you acknowledge the beauty, and men and women. Now I'm saying I've had women say, "Man, your wife is beautiful." Boy, that's like a compliment to me and to her because I appreciate it. You know what I did that. I'm not necessarily getting. I'm not gonna get offended.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of men will, from the outside looking in, they'll come to, hey, man, boy, you see that? Boy, you got a fat old thing on him. Well, wait a minute, cuz, you know. But again, having the right people around you will hold you accountable in that regard.
Another misconception, or I wouldn't say misconception, another thing, as a married person,
preach.
You should look
preach
as if you're married.
Preach.
Your movement should show or should allude to anyone surrounding you,
man,
that don't know anything about you can look at you and say, yeah, he probably married.
Yeah.
Just by how he carries himself or herself.
That's good.
But again, I think that's a misconception too. It's like,
yeah,
I can look good and not be on the prowl, or be looking for your compliments, be looking for this is just me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think that's how.
Well, that and you representing your queen too.
Exactly.
Just like we don't want them going out any kind of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. Now, I will tell you.
I won't mind go out busted and
well, you know.
Let me stop.
I hope you're watching, you know. Put that cap on.
You know what I mean?
And
you
know what I'm saying?
That makes me think of those
wear his church
TikTok
sock
videos now when they be throwing the clothes. Nope, you going out in my clothes today. You gonna let them know that you got somebody at home.
It's so crazy too, man. And I think, and I'm getting better. Like in the beginning, for sure, I didn't have the right circle. I hadn't seen a whole lot of positive marriages. So I learned a lot by default. I learned a lot by the fight. Man, the fact that places that me and my wife done been I mean, we're able to share that now, but it was time where I was just like, man, what do you want me to do? Yeah, because I mean, I didn't have the right people.
Yeah.
I did, and I guess this still means that they weren't right because they was afraid to tell. They knew,
Yeah.
but they didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That
Nothing.
could
Nothing.
be like a sabotage thing too, because
That's crazy.
we're gonna get you out so we can get in.
And that's
You know what I mean?
and that's what
So
that's usually, you talk about the devil, man. It's kind of like, well, shoot, let me see what I can do for both sides. And that's an episode by itself. But having the right squad,
yeah.
and you have to know that because I'm on your team, I ain't here to sugarcoat nothing. So you're going to have to take, if you want me on your team and you telling me, hey, bro, check me when you see me get out of line, check me.
And
Well,
then when you get checked, no, brother.
Man, man,
I'm grown, brother.
All right.
No, brother.
All right.
That's what you
right.
got.
You grown.
Yeah. But that's what I'm here for. Your slip is showing.
Yeah, don't call me at dog 30 talking about
You know what I mean?
man.
That's what I'm about to get
Man, I don't know what I'm
'Cause
gonna do, man.
Hey, I'm that type of friend. Hey, I tried to warn you, my boy.
Yeah.
I don't know
Gone.
what I'm gonna do. She
I
done took,
knew that
Gone.
fight
Should've
was
took it.
coming, but you a grown man, so have that grown man
she done took the
conversation.
kids, the dog, and everything. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Say this a grown moment.
Yeah?
That's my queen. I love her so much.
Well-
I don't know why you didn't tell me not to do that. No,
Oh, I told you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
But it's this is good, man. I'm excited, fellas. I really pray and hope that this podcast does what it's meant to do.
Yeah,
It's
for
for
sure.
us to learn, to grow, to help others grow. There is no big eyes and little U's in this
Yeah.
group. Real talk.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first to tell you, man, along this journey, I have made some mistakes. I look back on it now. I'm thankful for the journey because now I'm starting to see the fruits of some of that labor. But we here, man. We here. We outside. Though they say he, him.
Yeah.
He is.
I am who I am.
He been hanging around Sam Jr. He think he 17, 18 again. I'm
He
him.
brought them all out
You know what I'm
today.
saying? I'm him. Boy,
Where do you think you got it from? Fruit don't fall far from the tree.
Man.
What
Nah,
do you say?
man, my man got the juice now. You
Absolutely.
ain't dead no more.
But I am the OG juice.
You
okay?
got the O part, the G.
He got the juice now.
I gave
you
him
trying
the
to just steal
infusion.
it back.
Real talk.
The infusion of juice.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out to Sam Jr.
Yeah.
So
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be around y'all, man. I really appreciate it. Be honest with you.
it's always a good time, man.
Yeah.
Even outside of the podcast, just the camaraderie of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think again, it's one of those things to where we've been in it so long, we've essentially kind of grown up together.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you're a little older than I am.
Y'all a little old.
Exactly. So but I feel like
I can outrun both of them, though. Just when my knee ain't hurting.
I'm about to say, because I saw you limping earlier. I wasn't going to put no money on
We
it.
gonna have to put some money on that. I'm not one to back down. I think I can get you.
Ooh, Jesus.
We give
Well,
him a
I
head
mean,
start.
you dressed for it, though. You got on shorts, you got on
He
shorts.
just come over there with them Days of Duke, so.
I feel like he just got out the bed. He literally just took his bonnet off and just came in.
Oh man.
We podcasting today. Let's go. Let's
I love it.
He's summer ready in the fall, but
I love it.
good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Tell them what they need to do, though.
You got to be in it to win it.
Tell them what they need to do.
When we tell you we out here,
Yo,
we out here.
out here.
Be sure
Do it.
to follow the team.
Yes.
Follow the team. It's about what? How many of us? 8 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 8 of us.
Mhm.
But follow the team. Crown Alliance. Like,
Share,
share.
subscribe.
Hit that button to subscribe.
It's a bell somewhere.
Comment.
Bell.
It'll always ting 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 when you do
Yeah.
it. So you know what's coming up. You know what's happening. We have a lot more in store. We got some other series that we're planning to do.
Absolutely.
In terms of Crown Alliance. So you got to be in it to win it, man.
Yeah.
We again want to thank everybody for, definitely tuning in and, keep your eyes open, man.
We out here.
Get your circle together.
I'm him.
Get your circle together.
And Mark's new album is coming out.
Yeah.
You know?
In stores soon. Christmas album.
Christmas. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Christmas.
dropping Christmas Day. Tailor-made Christmas.
Yeah. Tailor-made Trials from Elgin. May God bless you and keep you is our prayer.
We out here.
Thanks for giving us your time.
Love you, mama.
What it needs to grow. I'm calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow.
So rise up all my kings. Gotta stand tall and strong.
Unleash your power today and let your voices belong.
Together we'll break the chain.
The chains that try to confine.
I am my brother's keeper.
And it's our time to shine.
Calling all kings to the flow. I'm about my business, you know. Keep it 100 is my faith in God that keeps me on the go. About my money, my love, what it needs to grow. I'm calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow.